Yeah, I'm going to get nitpicky as hell when people are saying he's a top 5 quarterback already. He's not. Oh, what's going on, Philadelphia? From the Pyramid Club, it is John Barchard and Vince Quinn, Taylor Kredatus, and someone new to the crew. Can you believe that? So we will introduce them to you very shortly. But Vince Quinn, this is an Eagles podcast, and I'm in blue. That's the first thing that is like, I'm always in blue when I'm at the Pyramid Club. Why is that happening?
I don't know. Is that just your wardrobe? Do you like blue a lot?
I feel like I am in the middle of Fight Club, like in that moment where everybody, doesn't the boss always dress in like whatever it is, corn powder blue or whatever it is? And every time that I show up here, maybe I secretly want to be Brian Daboll or something like that.
I haven't seen Fight Club in like 10 years. I have no idea. No clue.
What's been happening in the world of, Eagle stuff? Because it's been pretty quiet as usual, but there's, I don't know, there's a couple of interesting things I think we could tie to Jalen. I have a big issue, I guess, with the Eagles Twitter that we could solve here, but like, what do we make of the current QB climate? Like, where are we? Like, Lamar got paid, Jalen got paid. There's a lot of fighting on this guy should be there or whatever. So I don't know. Isn't it just safe to say that Jalen's not a top 7 quarterback right now?
He's top 7
or top 5, I guess. He's not a top 5 quarterback. People are putting him at 7, 10, somewhere around there. I just think it's really, really easy, specifically when you're looking at like Lamar. There's a direct 1-to-1 comparison. I think we're getting a little googly-eyed here. As a 1,000% Jalen supporter, I think we're missing the mark here.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm hearing you saying that we're too googly-eyed for Jalen Hurts, and you're not on that train.
I'm just saying he's not a top 5 quarterback right now. That's all.
That's crazy to me.
Especially when, you've got Lamar, you've got...
better.
Pretty much every top 5 quarterback that is the purest passer that's been in the league for a while, still better than he is. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
To me, Jalen is the second best quarterback in the league.
Behind
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, man.
That's it.
God almighty.
He's the only guy.
Okay.
He's the only guy that I would take over Jalen Hurts right now in this moment.
He's still not better than Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
and I think I've heard a lot of people say that this offseason, and we're all hepped up because he just came up from the Super Bowl. But, man, like, oh, God. You put Lamar Jackson behind here, and you're talking about multiple Super Bowls, multiple appearances, multiple this, multiple that. You get him out of the AFC and you put him in the NFC, which you agree is like the weakest division, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. Lamar is crushing the NFC when it comes to this. And he's hanging with all those guys that are above him or whoever's like making these rankings every freaking offseason get us mad. But I don't think it's that crazy to say that he's not a top 5, and you know this because he's not throwing over the middle consistently. That was
his first year as a starter.
He still isn't doing it. Guess what? Been watching a lot of tape, still not doing it consistently, and that's what separates that's the difference. I'm not saying he can't get there. He's obviously going to get there. He's an insane person up here in terms of drive. Like, I have no doubt he will be a top 5 quarterback. He's just not one off the body of work compared to everybody else today. That's it.
He's the second best quarterback in the league right now, and I really would not take any other quarterback in the league other than Patrick Mahomes over Jalen Hurts today. If I was building a franchise, Hurts is the guy. And it does everything. I mean, look, the value, all these other guys are flashy in different ways, right? Like Herbert, it's the huge arm. Josh Allen, it's everything. But, like, they all have their warts in different ways. What is the worst part of Jalen Hurts' game?
Just like I said, probably not being able to consistently find the guy over the middle. The anticipatory throws are still not all the way there. Who is it? Derek Clausen had a great point. I think he throws probably one of the purest go balls or deep balls in the league right now, which is huge. Analytically, probably all that other stuff is, not as important as hitting A.J. Brown and hitting Devontae and all that.
Well, yeah.
But I also think he has neutralized Dallas Goedert's opportunities when doing so. He's been in and out. I'm just saying the consistency of it isn't there. That's all.
Oh, I think he's as consistent as can be. And like over the middle stuff, that grew so much because I was Mr. He's not throwing the ball over the middle. That was the song of the summer for me last year. But now, like with AJ and the slant, same thing. Smitty, slants, Dallas Goedert when he was healthy. I think all that stuff's there. So I don't doubt anything about this guy. And when it comes to the decision making, because again, like that running element used to be a knock on guys, and now it's like so essential. And he does that better than anybody. Like Lamar's a flashier runner, but when you're talking about efficiency and consistent effectiveness, he's the guy. Like I can't. The value of not turning the ball over and having positive plays so consistently is like nobody does it. And for him to do it and do it in those different ways, like Mahomes can't run, but he's the greatest thrower I've ever seen in my life.
What do you mean he can't run?
He's not the same level as any of the guys that are great running quarterbacks.
Right, but he extends play. He's whatever.
He can extend. Fine. He can extend, but he's not a guy that you're going to base running the ball. Like he's not going to do that regularly.
Because he's too good of a thrower.
Well, he's the greatest thrower that's ever lived. So like, yeah, you're not going to expose him to that all that much. But Jalen is amazingly accurate. His ball placement to go with the accuracy is amazing. You factor in all the locker room stuff. Like, well, okay, here's a knock on Lamar. He didn't play that playoff game.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying,
would you have played that playoff game?
If
I was Jalen Hurts, I would have told him to yank his ass out of there too. That franchise treated him like dog shit. Didn't you just tell me this morning that like he didn't have control of the offense because of fucking who was their offensive coordinator again? I forget.
Look, I don't necessarily blame him, but players in that locker room don't like him. You know, there's a lot of people that came out and were like, man, I can't believe this guy didn't show up for this game. Like, I don't know. There's just stuff about him. I mean, injuries and all, I don't want to take that aside too much because it's like, then you're getting into value versus just like who's on the field, who's better when they're on the field, which I think is more what we're talking about. So from that standpoint, I don't want to knock him too much. But yeah, I think that Jalen does everything. He does it well. He's only getting better. And the fact that he's so smart and consistent, like, number of times he's not throwing into double coverage, triple coverage, just making an awful read where once in a while you throw the ball and you're like, what the hell was that? Like, he doesn't really have many of those. So when you think
he does.
He doesn't have a ton of those.
I mean, in terms of breaking the pocket towards the last half of the season, and granted, I know you're trying to protect that shoulder, right? You're trying to. It's evident that you're doing it. But that was happening before the shoulder was unhealthy, and it was part of what he was – it's part of the knock on his game of the year before. It's what we yelled about Carson Wentz, if you want to be honest with you, about breaking your own pocket and not being available to your guys. There is no reason to leave some of those pockets a lot of time, and that's what I mean. Like, that's the difference between why Patrick Mahomes can do what he can. That's why Lamar can do what he can, and Jalen necessarily can't. He is incredibly smart. He's in all of those things that you said. He's in control of most of the offense, just like Lamar is too, because of RPO and because – you're making the decision every single time. So I think it's nuts. Like it's almost Embiid Jokic at this point of just like, there's only one quarterback in the world that's MVP and the only one that's the best in the world. And it's him. And I get that. Trust me, I get that feeling, but you got to be kidding me if you're saying it's solidified and it's proven already. He's got to keep doing this. No one's going to care if you don't keep doing this over and over again. So, yeah, I'm going to get nitpicky as hell when people are saying he's a top 5 quarterback already. He is not.
Wow. I love that we've switched sides on this somehow. It's so funny to me because I was the Mr. Doubter. You were always like, he's the guy. And now here we are. And I'm like, he's the guy. You're like, well,
he is the guy. Yeah. I haven't said he's not the guy. He's the guy. He's just not like, the guy you want him to be this second.
Him, as people say.
Yeah.
Him.
If you want me, I would bet on him versus Lamar over the next 10 years. I would say after that, Jalen will probably have a better looking career, but I think he also made a lot of great decisions on his own to get his best friend there where Lamar can't, and maybe that's a knock towards not having an agent. I don't know. You know, maybe they can get wide receiver help other than Hollywood Brown down to Baltimore a lot faster for you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I look at everything with Jalen. I have no doubts about this guy. I think he does everything well. The only guy that I would take a real answer that I think is better or just as good as Jalen Hurts outside of Mahomes, because again he doesn't count, Joe Burrow. It's the only other guy. I mean, he's done it. He's been to a Super Bowl. Clearly, he's the heart of that team. He's got a great lock on everything, just so advanced as a passer. To do all that at his age, I totally get it. And, like, if that's your guy, fine. But, man, I mean, Jalen just does everything.
Yeah, I'm not even taking Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. No way.
So then where's Burrow?
You're talking about projection versus now. I'm saying, like, I'm taking Jalen Hurts over every quarterback that we're going to mention that's above him because I think he's going to get there faster than they will. He's going to figure it out faster other than probably Joe Burrow because he's already been there. But I put him on the same consistency level as there. He still has to do it. Sorry, like, you still got to do the thing. We're always putting the, like, this is, and you're going to feel like shit if he's not playing like that this year. You're going to go, well, this is funny. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, this is another part where he's got to learn and grow. And I have no hesitation that he will get there.
Okay, let me ask you. Jalen Hurts right now in this argument of top 5.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert. Sorry, man. This social media quarterback shit that's got everybody in their brains that this guy isn't good. It's the defensive coach that acts a lot like Jonathan Gannon that's screwing up that team, okay? Justin Herbert's really good.
Okay. You can find John Barchard in the Discord, by the way.
Great, yeah. And he passes.
One.
Guess what? Justin Herbert passes and probably will pass better than Jalen Hurts for the rest of his career. And if you think that's the only thing I value from Jalen Hurts, my door is open.
Okay. He's in the Discord. Next one. Let's go to Josh Allen. Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts. Talked about that a lot during the season. Okay.
Well, long-term, yes. Right now, Josh Allen. Sorry.
Josh Allen. Okay. So trying to figure out your list here. So we got Mahomes.
Yeah.
Lamar.
Yep.
We've got no particular order with these. Allen. Yeah. Then we've got what's his name from Chargers? I just brought him up.
Yeah, Herbert.
Okay.
Social media QB numero uno, baby.
All right. Anybody else? Are we talking Aaron Rodgers here? Like, what are we looking at? Who else?
Are we missing?
Trying to think of some of the other guys that might.
Those are four defining. I can definitely tell you, and there's probably somebody else that I'm just not thinking of in the moment.
We didn't.
Burrow's not in there. There you go.
Burrow. There we go. Okay, so there's your 5.
So put him at 6 instead of 5, or put him at, and that's a good. Are you kidding me? This dude was placed at like last year, and now you're demanding that it's just like, oh, everyone must view him as a top 5. No, you got to do it twice, the same way Josh Allen did it twice, even though he's not as good as he was the previous year. And there's a lot of reasons why.
He's 2. He's 2, and you can find me in the Discord. So, all right. So, okay. Going through that a little bit. Now, I want to transition just real quick because this is a topic that was totally up your alley, and I couldn't wait to talk to you about this.
Oh, good.
Miles Sanders, John, didn't get enough touches in the Super Bowl.
Oh, is that what he said?
He didn't get them. They should have given him the ball more. Now, I know dropping the ball twice in the first couple of plays of the Super Bowl, I mean, that just happens to everybody, and you should keep riding with him. So, clearly, it's the Eagles' fault here. But
always.
Dude, I mean, I just can't believe the levels of delusion that this guy has as I kick a light over. That he's like, look at this running back environment, right? Right now, Brandon Jacobs.
Ooh, that's a blast from the past. It's my blue. See, I'm telling you, it's my blue throwing the whole thing off.
Our future producer just groaned. So we'll bring him on. You're at the name. He just groaned. So Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley, both of those guys franchise tags. Both of those guys not signing franchise tags because they know once they sign those tags, they're done. They're never getting paid again, and that's it. You look at Dalvin Cook. 28 years old this season when it gets started. He's going to be 28. He played every game last year. He had over 1,000 yards rushing, another 300 receiving, and 10 touchdowns. He's been a heart of that team. They cut him. Nobody would trade for him. Like, Miles Sanders just got 4 years, $25 million. He is the luckiest man on the planet, and somehow he thinks all he can think about is how disrespected he was by playing horribly in the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, Frank, good luck, man. Like, I know that's a luxury signing because you have a rookie QB and you still have say, and everybody still thinks, you know, hey, everybody makes mistakes. You won't throw another Carson our way. Well, it's a lighter version of that. I mean, this is not going to work out in Carolina, right? Every bad running back says that. Every bad running back says, I just need more touches to get going, and that means you can't do it, man. That is like a guitar player walking up to a music producer and being like, this sound just ain't working for me when like you just don't have a solo ready. It's okay. Just say that. It's fucking I hate this. This has been the argument for Miles Sanders since he's here, and now it's going to continue on in Carolina. He just needs more touches to get going. Sorry, Jalen Hurts is a better runner than you are. Like there's Kenny Gainwell is probably going to head up a lot. Apparently, you've been reading that too. Like Kenny's like, oh yeah, you know all these running backs they signed doesn't fucking matter. It's Kenny Gainwell season. It's like Jesus. So and the fact that the Eagles can replace you with a guy that's not going to last 9 games, another guy that's clearly going to get dinged up and is a much better runner than you are, and also Boston Scott made it out, and he is like gotten a running back contract every single year that he has been here. So like, I would say Miles, if you have dude, he sounds like a Jonathan Gannon player. Maybe he should have been down in Arizona.
He would have been perfect in Arizona. Can you imagine him and Kyler Murray together?
And why? And this is how dumb Miles Sanders is. The field was soaked with about 500 gallons of water, and you still want to run the ball because the guy that's better for you on the other side is gashing Jonathan Gannon left and right, which is pretty easy to do, it seems like. So that's what he's been thinking that whole time. He's like, man, if they just would have let me. You're not that fast. Yeah. You're not that fast, and you probably need Jordan Mailata like carrying you on the shoulders to get to that extra yard.
Yeah. So the whole thing was completely insane, but I saw that and I thought of it. Now, I think it's news time, John.
It is news time. So much so that we don't have a third camera. You can tell that we need a lot of help here. So Vince Quinn, can you introduce our new producer? We're going to make some magic here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, go.
All right. He is a guy that I absolutely love. I've been a big fan of his for a long time. We worked together in previous years. I'm so pumped that he is a part of the show now as our producer, Tyre Hood. What's up, Tyre?
What's going on, Vince? How you been?
I'm amazing, dude. I'm so happy you're on the show, honestly.
Oh man, this is a hell of an opportunity. I thank you guys. I can't thank you guys enough. Seriously.
Yeah, and dude, yeah. So Tyre, he's going to be around in a lot of capacities for everybody that's wondering what he's going to be doing with us. I mean, he's going to be around on all the different shows, so he'll be helping us out with things, putting topics together, doing research, all that. You'll see him in the Discord. He's going to be helping us with the clips, like everything around the show. So Tyre's going to be helping us a ton, and one of the things that like just getting a feel for you is, and this cracked me up, is we're talking this morning, we're having breakfast, we're preparing for the show. You're like, dude, I'm so glad that Jalen Hurts didn't get the cover of Madden. Can you talk about that?
So, Vince, let me tell you something. I'm a huge Madden guy, first and foremost, and I was doing cartwheels when I saw that news because I was on eggshells, literally, for like 2 weeks because I got a list of the finalists. Josh Allen was on it. Jalen Hurts was on it. And I'm just like, oh, God, no, please, God, no. Like, we have a difficult schedule this year. The last thing I need is my quarterback for something to happen bad to my quarterback because of this damn Madden curse. I can't do it. I'm a firm believer in the Madden curse. I understand a lot of people say that Patrick Mahomes, the 1 year, broke the Madden curse. Don't care, still think it exists, all right?
Yeah.
So with Josh Allen being on the cover, I'm happy. I'm elated. If I could do a cartwheel, I would. Thank you, football gods.
Yeah. Now it did just come up, Josh Allen. I don't know if you heard a certain co-host of this show.
Oh yeah,
saying that he would take Josh Allen over Jalen Hurts. I'd love to know your opinion on that.
Oh man, Josh Allen. I think at this point he's becoming very underrated. Oh, I'm sorry, overrated. Overrated. He's becoming very overrated, and it saddens me because I was a Josh Allen guy in the very beginning. I saw the projection that he was on. However, now I'm starting to see the same things that he started to do in college and in his rookie year. He's starting to become very reckless with the ball. He's relying too heavy on that powerful arm of his, and that's a recipe for disaster in the long run. I mean, we've seen what a powerful arm quarterback who's reckless can be in this city. So for all that being said, Josh Allen kind of needs to kind of reel it back in a little bit and kind of work on that accuracy and just take what the defense is giving to him. I think he's still going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. I just think he's just doing too much right now.
You're saying that he's on a trajectory to go Wentz and all downhill from here?
If he does not, I'm not saying that he has the personality of Wentz. Wentz's personality also contributed to his downfall. However, I don't think Josh Allen is that guy, but in terms of his accuracy, if Josh Allen doesn't kind of tamper down like that gunslinger mentality, I think he's going to be on that type of trajectory. It's not far-fetched to say that.
The Madden curse is just placing all of this heat right on this, right? That's
pretty much, yes.
Okay. Now,
like if he throws 20
it all
interceptions,
comes to fruition.
Like if he throws 20 interceptions, I'm telling you, Madden curse.
Yeah, all right, so there you go. So there's your first dose of Tyre. Tyre's going to be on the show a lot, so get used to hearing of Tyre. Thank you for hopping on, my friend.
Man, thanks, Vince. Yeah. This is cool.
And welcome to the show. So, yeah, feel free to shout out Tyre. We're going to get him in the Bell Discord so you can say hi to him. and rip him for whatever takes you want. There's no positivity here in the Discord today.
Except for the Josh Allen one. I think he's fired. That's crazy. No, I am so excited that Tyre is here, and Vince said we got to bring him on board, and that was all I needed to hear, and he's been amazing ever since. So got great takes. He's a fantastic producer, and like Vince said, get in the Discord. In fact, Tyre, we need to make a handle for you, don't we? Let's put that on the list right now.
All right, noted. We'll tag him in the Discord when he comes in, so you can all give him a proper hello.
Yes. Also, do you know why you need to give him a hello? Is because if you're going to L.A., he's coming too. We just told him that. So we again are heading out to Los Angeles, California, with multiple flights for both departing and returning. So if you want to fly out Friday morning, Friday afternoon, leave on a red eye on Sunday, leave Monday morning, hang out till Tuesday. Those are all available right down below in the description of this podcast and YouTube right there. Just go to bellandthebirdmen.com. If you don't feel like doing either one of those things, make sure you're subscribed here and in that Discord, because there are tons of updates. This isn't just some LA trip where all of us are getting together and being like, yay, the birds, this is fun. All-inclusive breakfast and lunch, transportation to Santa Monica and Malibu every day, staying at a 3 or 4 night stay at the Conrad Hotel in downtown LA, which is freaking gorgeous because it's got a pool deck. They're giving us champagne upon arrival. I mean, this is great. Transportation's free. Breakfast and lunch is free for 3 days. What are we talking about here? Go sign up. It's going to be fun. bellandthebirdmen.com. Vince, final thoughts. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, go sign up here. bellandthebirdmen.com. That's all I get. Also, Jalen's number 2.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Okay, bye.